This is crazy, right?
And the greatest show on turf. It's Striker's birthday, and we're celebrating with tonight's matchup, featuring the Northern Arizona Wranglers. And your
all right, Joe, we're live. Check 1 2. Check. Okay, I went up about 5% there. Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Seem better? Okay. All right, give me one more mic check, Joe. Go ahead. Joe, go ahead. Give me one more mic check. I think he turned us off. Okay. All right. Give me a 10 9 8 or something.
10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1.
How about us with each other? 1 2 3 1 2 3. Check.
1 2 3 1 2 3.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Check. Saturday night.
Test.
Snake pit.
Good.
Footprint center.
He likes it.
Let's go.
He likes it.
Let's go already.
This is pretty rocking right here. This is pretty rocking. Are we going jackets or are we going no jacket? Last time, like an idiot, I left my jacket off. You had yours on.
It's up to you.
No, I'm letting you make that call, man.
I'm good either way.
Let me see you right here. Let's look at this. I kind of like the no jacket. Actually, no. Let's go jackets and then the rest of the game go no jacket. Halftime, postgame, no jacket. How's that? You good? You good? Do a solid, completely professional, yada yada. So what was pregame like back in your day? What did the team do? Too long?
Let's play already. All this shenanigans, let's go.
Let's get it done.
Let's go. But the same, we warmed up, went back in the locker room, chilled out for about 25 minutes, and then came on out. And somebody was getting dealt with when we came out.
You're dealing it out? Dishing out? Okay, so just FYI, we are live. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Test. 1 2 1 2.
At this time, we ask you please stand as you are and kindly remove your hats as your Arizona Rattlers welcome Riley Ray to perform our national anthem.
Arizona Rattlers have 2 games remaining on their regular season, and they find themselves this late point of the year in very unfamiliar territory. They are in second place in the IFL's Western Conference, but they've got a great opportunity to turn the tables on the team that leads the conference, the Northern Arizona Wranglers. They match up tonight right here at the Footprint Center in downtown Phoenix. This is the Snake Pit, everybody, and we welcome you in for tonight's big broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football. And I say welcome. My name is Floyd Simmons, and I'm joined by the great one, Cedric Bonner, as we get set to bring you tonight's big matchup. And it's a battle for first place in the Western Conference, at least temporarily speaking. Right now, the Rattlers are a half a game behind the Northern Arizona Wranglers. And what a year for the Wranglers, as they have completely turned around what was a dismal first year last year in the IFL. This time around, as they approach the playoffs, they are in first place in the Western Conference. But the Arizona Rattlers, I think they've got something to prove, and they proved a lot last week in a very impressive win, a big win over the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Welcome back in, and as I bring my broadcast partner in, Cedric Bonner, it doesn't get any bigger in the IFL than the matchup tonight between the Arizona Rattlers and the Northern Arizona Wranglers.
Yeah, a tight ball game a few weeks ago, 3-point win for Northern Arizona. You know, this is a team that has grown week in and week out and got better, Northern Arizona. They knew Arizona Rattlers are the standard, right? They're trying to match that standard. You bring in Les Moss as a head coach, Rob Keefe, defense coordinator, Rod Windsor, offense coordinator. So all championship caliber coaching, and you see the difference this year. This is a much different team than we saw a year ago. And
said the calling card for that Northern Arizona team, great defense, and it's one of the best in the league.
It really is. Coach Keefe is magnificent at designing and studying. This guy goes to work just as hard, just like Coach Guy does defensively. His mind works differently, right? He finds different ways to get guys in great positions to make plays, and then you need great players to make plays for you, and they've got that with a lot of pressure starting up front with Ulrich Jones.
Well, the team that hosts this one tonight, our team, the Arizona Rattlers, they are at the top, both offensively and defensively in this league. And there's Drew Powell getting some warm-ups in, getting ready to go, and leading an offense that is, well, let's just face it, that offense is potent. And we look forward to seeing what that offense can do tonight. We're a couple of minutes away from kickoff. The coin toss in a moment. Right now, let's check in with Kevin Guy. I spoke to him earlier. Boy, I tell you, before a big game like this, he can be a man of few words. He had a few for us, and we talked to him just a moment ago. Coach Guy, big game, this one tonight, for temporarily anyway, first place in the Western Conference, and you get to play a team that's been playing some mighty good football lately.
Yeah, they've been mentally tough all year. They found a way to win. They've had a little bit of a Cinderella season, but we're going to try to make that clock turn 12 tonight.
Coach, are there any particular players on the other side, on that roster, that you're worried about? Caleb Barker, the quarterback, he's just a tough, hard-nosed guy that seems to get things done. Who worries you on that Northern Arizona team?
Nobody. They can dress whoever they want. We're ready to play tonight.
Okay, what kind of week have you had?
We've had a great week.
All right, Coach.
We're ready to
go get them.
Good.
Well, Kevin Guy didn't have a lot to say before this big matchup said, but you can bet his guys, they're ready to go.
Absolutely ready to go. You talk about who wants to strike midnight on that clock for the Cinderella team. It's going to be a tough battle. The Rattlers will have to take care of the ball. Turnovers were their undoing. The last time these two teams faced, Rob Keefe teaches punching the ball out. These guys work at it daily. The Arizona Rattlers are going to have ball security amongst everything to win this game.
Well, remember one of the key plays in that loss 3 games back for the Arizona Rattlers was a fumble by Drew Powell as they were closing the gap, coming down, got into scoring range, and they fumbled late in that game to help secure a win for Northern Arizona. The Wranglers are a half a game in the standings in front of Arizona. The Wranglers with an 11-2 record overall. The Rattlers are 11-3. And we're going to try to piece together during the broadcast tonight the scenarios for you when it comes down to who may or may not win the conference, what might happen depending on the outcome of this game and others that follow. And it's a difficult proposition to just try and figure out who's going to win this conference.
It is, but for both these teams, it's imperative that you just keep winning. Right? If Arizona wants to be at home, they can't worry about what analytics are going to be taken into consideration. They've got to go out and win games. especially when you're in your building. You've got a raucous crowd. You need to show Northern Arizona what time it is, and that's Rattler time right here in the Snake Pit.
The Rattlers offense will take the field first following the opening kickoff, and this one is underway with a squib kick. This is going to bounce into the hands at the 10-yard line of Jamal Miles. He gets immediately dumped out across the 15. Rattler fans, you can see those new jerseys that the team is wearing tonight, and in fact, I believe they're going to auction off all these jerseys after the game. So if there's one that you really want to get your hands on, that's a good one there, number 2, Jamal Miles. But they've got that camoed out look tonight. Brand new jerseys being sported in this one by the Rattlers.
Well, we'll see if they come out and play the right way. You might see these jerseys a few more times. Not to say that.
Are you saying there's a little superstition
superstitious,
involved?
Guys are superstitious or anything.
Maybe, just a bit. Underway now here in downtown Phoenix, everybody, and Drew Powell will begin this one under center. Stretch play left side. Shannon Brooks has it for the first time tonight, and he'll gain 1 yard before he is knocked down. And the guys that got there, Darren Hungerford, helped lead the way on that defense. And he gets his first tackle tonight. 1 yard gain on the play, the ball out to the 19-yard line. And there you see the starting offense tonight for the Rattlers. Lamar Mady leading the big guys up front. Kenny Thomas a start as well on that offensive line. And Jamal Miles goes in motion. They'll look another direction. Here's a pass a little too high, intended for Braxton Haley, who had that great game last week. Well north of 100 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns as well last week for Braxton Haley, who was the player of the game. And that one intended for Braxton is incomplete.
Well, Drew's got a... when Drew misses, it's because he gets under the ball, which he drops his backside elbow as it's coming out of his hands. He's got to stay on top of his throws. That's one of those easy pitch and catches. You've got to have that.
So 3rd down and 9, and Drew Powell from the shotgun. He looks over the middle. Now spots a guy to the right. Directs traffic, escapes pressure, and he's going to get a first down. He'll cut it back inside across the 10, across the 5, and Drew Powell goes down just shy of the goal line with a big first down gain on that 3rd down conversion.
Well, you watch this coverage defensively, and this is absolutely lockdown coverage. Every receiver was locked up, but what you cannot do as a rush team, you can't have lanes. You can't allow lanes. Ulrich Jones thought he was held there, but this guy is so deadly. You've got to stay in your lanes and stay disciplined. You can't want to get a sack more than you want to keep him in the pocket, especially when you've got it locked down on the back end like you did. Big play.
Drew Powell among the leaders in the league in rushing, as you would expect. He's also the leading passer in the league, and Drew will line his team up from the shotgun at the 3-yard line of Northern Arizona. Powell running to the right side, short side of the field, and Drew Powell will power his way into the end zone for the opening salvo tonight, and the Rattlers lead 6-0. It took 3 minutes. And the Rattlers strike first here tonight at home at the Snake Pit. They loaded up on the left side, and Drew Powell went to that short side of the field, took advantage of numbers, and he got it into the end zone.
Little misdirection here. They send Shannon Brooks to the left side. He gets a nice clip block there. A little cut block there on the defensive end. Kenton Bartlett, excuse me. But good start for the Rattlers.
And the point after is good by Ernesto Lacayo, and with 11 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, the Arizona Rattlers engineer the opening points of the game. They lead 7-0. Stand by. Back to Phoenix in a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Every body is different. Some get injured while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training. Our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our valley-wide locations near you.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
Number 22, Ernesto Lacayo.
Big third down conversion by Drew Powell, who was under pressure, somehow escaped right up the middle. Ended up with a big gain inside the 5-yard line, and then Drew took it himself in for the score, and the Arizona Rattlers lead this one 7-0 as we welcome you back into downtown Phoenix. Everybody, Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and here comes Lacayo's kick to the back of the end zone, and the Wranglers will bring it out. And a big hit on special teams. Coming up to make that hit was Kyrie Woods. And a tackle inside the 5-yard line where Caleb Barker and the Wrangler offense will bring it out. Let's take this opportunity to introduce our third member of the broadcast team down on the field. That's Joe Pequeno. Hey, Joe.
Floyd, good evening. The matchup tonight pits two of the best coaches in the IFL, Rattlers Kevin Guy and Northern Arizona's Les Moss. They have a tremendous history together, dating back to their time in the Arena Football League with the Orlando Predators in 1999 when Guy was a coach, actually a player, and Moss was an assistant coach, and that relationship is one of the best as they remain good friends and talk regularly.
First down, and Barker will fake it, keep it himself, and get knocked down. He ran right into the defender. He was getting a block, and I thought if he came off that block correctly, it might be bigger than the 5-yard gain that he ended up with, and tackle made there by the Rattler defense. 5 yards to pick up, second down 5 on the way for Northern Arizona.
You get a look at the starting lineup. Terrell Fa'amatu and Landers are going to have to be big. Trayvon Williams had a quiet night a week ago, not his usual, but the front will have to be big in order for the Rattlers to come away with the victory.
There's a change in that starting lineup in the defensive backfield. Brandon Ezell, not a starter. He will play today. The guy that starts in place of him, Devin Cockrell, familiar to Rattler fans. Here is a long pass down the left sideline. The intended receiver, Ulyss Gillard, was the guy running down that sideline. Nice coverage on defense, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, and this is just, you're going to take a shot here. Second and short, second and mid-range. Not a bad idea offensively, but Kyrie doing a nice job in perfect position to make a play. As you get a look at Rod Windsor over there on the sideline.
Now I got to also say that watching Caleb Barker throw in pregame, boy, he throws a pretty ball, doesn't he?
Well, you got to marvel at what he's been able to do. This is his first year in this league, and he is the commander. It's going to be a false start.
And he takes the snap, but then whistles very quickly. And by the way, Barker is also the only quarterback on the roster tonight for Northern Arizona.
Let's start down.
So something to pay attention to is the fact that they've had some shakeups and some other personnel changes for various reasons.
You get one extra player in, right? You get one extra position guy in. A full load of players. That's why you see two tailbacks, Stanley Williams in, as well as Izzy Tucker. And that just tells you how much they trust Barker and his toughness to dress one quarterback.
Third down play coming up. Snap to Barker. He's looking all the way left side, and that pass is going to be incomplete. Contact by Dylan Winfrey just as the ball arrived on a pass intended for Quentin Randolph.
Yeah, and Quentin, a guy that they were very excited to get back. You see he's wearing a big knee brace, and sometimes it takes a little bit to get into the flow when you've been out of the game, but you see the nice dig route here. Ball well thrown, but Dylan Winfrey with the perfect coverage. Ball's a little bit late.
And so the Wranglers are going to offer to kick the ball away, and obviously they could make a kick from this distance. This is about a 62-yard effort, and more than likely this is going to be short and returnable for Jamal Miles, and that's going to be the case. Miles will have it midway into the end zone, brings it straight out, bounces off one would-be tackler, down the sideline, and he gets driven out in Wrangler territory. That's Barker that had to come up and make the hit, make the stop on Jamal. And the ball goes to the Wrangler 21-yard line. So how about a stop early on for the Rattlers defense? And remember, for those who don't remember, the last time these two teams played, 3 games back for Arizona, that was a 37-34 victory for the Wranglers. That was in Prescott Valley, and one of the things that marked that game was the fact that the Rattler defense had 6 stops in the game. However, the Wranglers produced 3 field goals on those stops, as Kevin Guy categorizes them. He stopped them from scoring a touchdown.
Well, and then you throw in the turnovers, right? That was the
undoing. That was the big difference right there. The Rattler turnovers, especially the one late in the game when they appeared to be driving for what would have been a go-ahead touchdown. Whistle and a false start on Arizona.
Offense put 3 players in motion. By rule, this is a false start. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
So the penalty will march the Rattlers back into their own territory, just past the 25-yard line to bring up first down and 15. But again, the Rattlers got 6 defensive stops in that game.
You expect to win. You
expect to win a game like that for sure. And early on here, they get another stop. This Rattlers defense, when they rise up, few can match their prowess on the field.
Yeah, they just have a way where they could do so many things defensively. Zone, man coverage, they could do a lot of things. And then they bring heat with the guys up front. They've been really good.
Drew Powell takes his time and gets rid of it to Shannon Brooks. Back across the field, Brooks goes, and he's going to have about 9 yards on this one. They'll take it to the 17-yard line as Shannon figures in early on to the offense for the Rattlers.
One thing Rob Keefe will do is play a lot of zone coverage, so sometimes you're going to have to check it down, and I think he could have got to Brooks a little bit earlier on that play, but still a good gain on the play there.
So the last time these two teams played, I mentioned a 37-34 victory for Northern Arizona, and you could see the difference in yardage. It was relatively close, a little edge in passing yardage for Northern Arizona, and here comes the Rattlers to the air, and they'll look for Drew Powell will look for Braxton Haley near the goal line. That's incomplete, and good defense played by the Wranglers to undercut that route. Keontae Northington was the guy on defense.
Yeah, this ball's a little late, and anytime you've got this kind of coverage, you've got to get the ball out early before your break is made. Ball's late. Northington does a nice job of driving on it.
You get a good look at the
and I think
Nova Home Loans instant replay.
Absolutely. I think Braxton Haley can give Drew Powell a little more space to put the ball up and over the top as well.
Powell looking left, throwing quickly. That is intended for Haley. It's broken up, but then Braxton able to haul that one in. Getting there defensively was the linebacker, Darren Hungerford, but he just couldn't dislodge the ball enough. It'll be a short gain and bring up fourth down, and a little better than 1 yard to go for Arizona.
That's a great job of concentrating. It's a high ball thrown inside. Really nice job by Braxton Haley. See his arms getting grabbed there.
So will anybody besides Drew Powell run this ball right here? Said. And it's going to be Powell, and Powell might be short of the first down. A couple of those defenders converge on Drew. Kenton Bartlett was there, Keontae Northington also there, and that is indeed short of the first down. And the Wrangler defense, that vaunted Wrangler defense, gets their first stop of the night.
This is just needs to do a better job of riding, and you cannot let Bartlett let go on the defensive end there. Watch on the right side of the line. I think it's Kenny Thomas. Just lets the end go.
For media.
He kind of peeled off, didn't he?
And then once those knees hit the ground, it's dead there.
Well, we're going to grab a timeout. 4:35 on the clock here in the first quarter. 7-0 Arizona in front. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
How many times can I say, oh yeah?
Big night tonight, downtown Phoenix. Look at all the mascots. They've come out in force. The Arizona Cardinals, the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Phoenix Suns, and other great mascots from across the valley here tonight to celebrate with the fans. Hey, that's a lot of fun for these fans in downtown Phoenix, Ed.
Big time. Suns Gorilla was like the first guy to put it on the map. We got Baxter running around. Come on, man, this is special.
Big Red. The Tucson Sugar Skulls mascot as well tonight. Hey, how fun is this? And a big game to boot. You've got the top team in the Western Conference, the Northern Arizona Wranglers, and their great defense. They've got a stout defense. They give up 29.7 points a game. That's tops among scoring defenses in the IFL. The Rattlers just behind them, giving up 31.4 points per game. Right now, it's time to look at the Wranglers' offense. Empty backfield for Caleb Barker, and he's going to throw deep. Man coverage down the field. There's contact on a ball that is a little bit overthrown. I don't think it was catchable at all, and Quentin Randolph is asking for something from the official, but
their feet
he did not respond.
No, the feet got tangled up. Well-thrown ball. And right there you see the feet tangled up. There was no shove. That's incidental contact.
Thank you to Nova Home Loans, our exclusive instant replay sponsor with the Arizona Rattlers. And we've got 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Arizona 7, Northern Arizona 0. And Barker has a running back in the backfield. They'll run the option. Barker, nice read, keeps, cuts back, and he is into Rattlers territory with a great gain. 18 yards to pick up on the play to the Rattlers 20-yard line.
I mean, this kid just makes plays. Does a nice job of running the option, gives a little feint outside like he's going to pitch it, cuts it up inside, no one home. Good call. Rod Windsor doing a nice job with his play calling.
Rod, the great Arizona Rattler, now the offensive coordinator. Ball in and out of the hands of the receiver across the middle. That'll be incomplete before the defense could get there. Jeremy Neal just couldn't hold on to the pass for the Wranglers.
You know, in these kind of games, you've got to make the tough plays. Ball's on his back shoulder. He's really got to make that play.
Well, listen, this is a This is one of those blood feud kind of matchups in the league, okay, right here, said. But I'll tell you, we've completed 13 minutes of the first quarter. And we've only seen one flag come out, I believe. Rattlers were flagged earlier. Here's a throw toward the end zone, wrong shoulder, incomplete. Neal, the intended receiver.
This is well-designed play. They catch Devin Cockrell in a man coverage situation. And this should have been a walk-in touchdown here.
So is that on the quarterback or the receiver?
It just depends what the read was. However, with nobody back there, you put a little touch on the ball so your guy can go run to it no matter where it is. There's nobody back there. You can't throw that missile where he's got no chance to adjust to it.
So it's 3rd down and 10 from the Arizona 20-yard line. Barker fakes it, throws toward the end zone again. Oh, great effort, diving effort on the ball, but that's incomplete. Quentin Randolph, who has had a terrific year for the Wranglers, laid out for it, and he made contact with a pretty unforgivable wall in the corner.
And you see they feel like he's their best chance. Look, just outside of his reach. Man, what a great look.
I just marvel at the courage of these receivers, said.
Yeah, the wall's undefeated, and he just sells out. Ooh.
That is a heck of an effort.
Scorpion is what Rob Brudek would call that.
30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, everybody. 7-0. The Rattlers in front of the Wranglers. Arizona's defense, can they complete the shutout for the first quarter? We're finding out. Throw it to the end zone, wide open. This catch made, and he holds on against the wall. That is points for the Wranglers.
Jeremy Neal on the corner route. Dylan doesn't get out of his break. Dylan Winfrey.
Well, Barker is not afraid to run his guys into that wall just a bit. His receivers are not afraid to go in and bring it down.
Time expired. We'll stay for the try.
What a great catch.
Jeremy Neal's got to get out of his break there. Slow to drive. He may have been thinking yardage, down and distance, maybe they're getting the first down, but he's a much better cover guy than that.
Point after is on the way. That one is going to split the uprights. Kick is good. We're tied, everybody, here early on. We're tied at the end of the first quarter on that kick from Brandon Fisher. And we got a good one going on in the desert. Tied at 7 apiece. Stand by, everybody. This right here, it's Arizona Rattlers football, and we're back in just a moment.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealerships are all about selling, but Ken Garff Kia is all about family. We're part of the Ken Garff Automotive Group, a family-run business that's been around since 1932. That's right, for the past 90 years, Ken Garff dealerships have been perfecting the art of listening to customers and putting their needs first. How many other dealerships can say that? Come see us today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Back to the action as you take a look at the Nova Home Loans instant replay of that touchdown catch by Jeremy Neal to tie the game 7 apiece, everybody. Let's throw it down on the field. Joe Pequeno.
Yeah, Floyd, the first time these two teams met up, Kevin Guy talked about his offensive line. He said they didn't show up. He said Northern Arizona was the more physical unit on the D-line. Talking to offensive lineman Lamar Mady this week, he says, look, we got to come out, set the tone, smack Northern Arizona in the mouth from the very beginning to the very end. And running back Shannon Brooks said he's got to be physical, he's got to get through his holes and finish strong. Let's see what the Rattlers do on this drive after being stopped on 4th down.
So in that first quarter, each of these teams came up with a defensive stop. Neither by turnover. Turnovers costly the first time these two teams played. Costly for the Rattlers. A couple of key turnovers in that game. Here's the squib that will bounce high. And brought down by Jamal Miles. Sidesteps one tackler, lowers the boom at the end of this run, and he'll take it across the Wrangler 20-yard line. Mark him at the 19 and a short field ahead for the Rattlers offense, led by the reigning IFL MVP. Drew Powell brings him out. Drew having another great year. Said, we haven't talked about him as much, and maybe his numbers don't quite seem like they, as big as they were last year, but all Drew Powell has done is just steadily lead one of the best offenses in the league week in and week out. And he leads them to the promised land on a regular basis at the end of these games.
Yeah, he's just a special player.
Who flips it out to another guy that fits that tag pretty well as well. That's Braxton Haley, and Haley picks up a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9, the ball at the 18-yard line of Northern Arizona.
I think what's special about Drew is the way he's able to affect the game through the air as well as through using his legs. 39 TD passes coming in. Now 20 rushing touchdowns on the season.
The most prolific scoring offense in the league, 54.1 points per game. But this is an interception. It's taken away, the pickoff. Trey Meadows able to reach up, snag it, and the possession goes over the other direction. The Northern Arizona defense comes up with the first takeaway of the game tonight.
This is a big mistake. He gets greedy. Drew Powell gets greedy here. He sees the middle of the field open. It's cover 2, so he tries to hit the hole shot, but Trey Meadows is too long, 6'1", 185, and he is sinking into that gap. Watch, you can see right here on the replay, he sinks right in there, reads the eyes. That's a greedy effort right there. You got to stay patient in these games.
Turnover's a problem the last time they played. There's the first one tonight. The Wranglers from their own 14-yard line with now an opportunity on offense to take their first lead of the game. 13 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter. Caleb Barker. Twins out to the right. Motion to protect. And Barker will throw off his back foot. Nobody going down that sideline. The pass incomplete. Well said, we're trying to figure out who's going to win this conference, right? Who's going to get home field advantage through the playoffs if possible. Of course, you've got to get out of the first round to take advantage of a second round home playoff game. And it's a tough one because I've seen a couple of scenarios. I've seen on print, in paper, the scenario that says that even if the Rattlers win tonight, they depend on the Gladiators beating Northern Arizona in their head-to-head matchup, the final remaining conference game for Northern Arizona. They'll have one other non-conference game on their schedule besides that, as we watch a gain of 5 yards. But said there's also the fact that there is a conference record issue. And with that said, we're going to grab a timeout here with 11:48 on the clock in the second quarter, everybody. Stand by. This is Arizona Rattlers football. Pardon us on that, everybody. We're back into it. You missed a 6-yard rushing play. Well, maybe that was a quick flip. That's going to be a toss right side. And a short gain for the Wranglers. Is that Israel Tucker, who carried the ball 6 yards, the gain right to midfield.
Moves the chains, gets him a first down.
Barker to throw, escaping pressure. And he'll dip it out to the right side before he goes down. Trayvon Williams in pursuit, and the tackle made a 4-yard gain on the play into Rattlers territory.
This guy is, man, you talk about him being a rookie. He just seems to play with calm. Just makes plays. I mean, there's nothing there, and he goes and gets a few yards, a 4-yard gain.
Second down and 6. Line of scrimmage is the Rattler 21-yard line. Barker looking left, throwing quickly out into the flat. Tackle made for little or no gain on this play. The receiver out here on the near side, Israel Tucker, was immediately met by the defender. Was that Devin Cockrell who came up and made that stop?
It is. Pride of UTEP. It's good recognition. Sees the swing, the bubble screen come out now, and he attacks downhill, doesn't wait. Great open field tackle.
He gets the start tonight in favor of Brandon Ezel, who's played well for the Rattlers. They end up giving a 1-yard gain on that last play. 3rd down and 5. The situation. Fake to Tucker. Throw to the end zone. Beautiful catch made inside the 5-yard line. Well, Dylan Winfrey couldn't keep Quentin Randolph from hauling that one in on a nice reach up and grab.
Big body. Big body, and that's why they're trying to attack it. Great spot for this throw under duress. Puts it high where only his guy can get it. That's a great job by Quentin Randolph.
Again, Barker firing. Randolph collecting it in. And the ball at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Wranglers. A chance for them to take their first lead of the game. As we approach now 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Motion. Handoff Tucker, left side. He's driven into the wall. And coming up to make that stop, Kyrie Woods.
Kyrie's a solid all-around player, good in coverage, good against the run.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
This is where the Rattlers need to force a field goal or turn away the Wranglers.
Wranglers using a lot of clock here. Now Barker goes under center. Quick throw right side, trying to get that back shoulder. And it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Randolph, could not haul it in. Dylan Winfrey closing in on him defensively. And that is going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Let me introduce you to our officials tonight. The referee is Reed Brotherton. The umpire, Todd Evans. The head linesman, David Ross. The line judge, Andy Warner. And the back judge is Johnny Price. And another look at the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Big thank you to Nova Home Loans, our exclusive replay sponsor with the Arizona Rattlers. Barker puts a man in motion, flip it that side. Pretty good job by Dylan Winfrey to prevent. Well, I thought he prevented the touchdown. Looks like that's not going to be the case.
It's a touchdown.
Ulysse Gillard gets it into the end zone.
Ooh, that's it. Very close. Not sure if his knee is down right there.
Yeah, they're going to challenge it.
Yeah, they would challenge that. His knee is down just prior to, but what a tremendous effort by Gillard.
Well, he stretched out.
He's challenging the ruling in the field of a touchdown. The play is under review.
He reaches. Cockrell coming up to help out. Right there, the knee goes down. From this angle, you can't tell if the ball has broken the plane or not.
Yeah, since it was ruled a touchdown, I'm not sure they can reverse that call. But his knee was definitely down. Just couldn't tell where the ball was at the time.
Rattlers fans, 5 of your favorite players' game 1 camouflage jerseys will be auctioned immediately.
Gillard will be.
If you win, you'll be able to take a photo with the Rattlers player.
We'll be happy if the officials can find no evidence to overturn things right here. This will be a little bit better look for us. He's stretching right there. The knee, you can't really see the knee where it goes down.
Down there. The knee is down there.
It's incredibly close. That's for certain.
Not sure if there's enough to overturn that.
Great job on the look by our production team. Our director is Bob Hammond. Our producer and technical director, Derek Simmons.
To get your tickets, stop by section 117 before the end of the 3rd quarter.
Our graphics designer, Caleb Bushi. In our control center. And we want to say as well thank you to other members of our production team. Michael Sly, Chris Drake as well, and Josh Williams on our production team. And while we await the decision by the official, well, it looks like he might have an answer coming soon. You like the jerseys at all?
They're not bad.
The camoed out jerseys?
I like them. I may have paired them up with the white, the same helmet, the old school Rattler helmet, not the white, but the Texas orange, I believe they call it.
Kind of a version of their copper that skews toward orange.
Right.
Is what I'm hearing you say. If I'm understanding you.
Which is the, that original looking hat. Well, they look good, sharp. They've grown on me as the game's going along.
So check this out. One of the other officials, because the referee is just, he's looking, he just can't come to a decision. He's had one of his other officials go and get, they've gone to get one of the iPads from the team, from the Rattlers defense, and they're going to take a look at that now. So I guess, they'll look at anything said. I don't know if you've got a good look on your phone. You might hand it down from the stands and ask the officials to take a look at that.
It's got to be a big phone, though.
So maybe an older gentleman in the crowd. 7-7 our game, our score here.
After review, the ruling the field stands as called. It's a touchdown. Arizona is charged its first time out of the half and has one challenge remaining.
And it's tough to go against that call, considering the fact that there was no good look to see exactly where his knee was down.
So a touchdown for the Wranglers. They move in front now, 13-7. We'll
timeout in the field.
We'll see. Well, we're going to see what happens with the point after in a moment. Timeout is taken.
You don't want it now.
That's unbelievable.
Number 53 and number 75 are eligible.
We have a couple of we're trying to work out some communication issues. It looks like to our game control on the field, and I have all the confidence in the world it's going to all get worked out here just momentarily. Clock running now, under 6 minutes remaining in the first half, and the point after is up and good. Splits the uprights to make it 14-7 with 5:44 remaining in the first half of play here. Downtown Phoenix, the Footprint Center, the Snake Pit. Stand by, more coming up on Arizona Rattlers football.
Thank you to Tim Hope. Arizona Rattlers. Right on the brace, right on the corner. See a team duo.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
So the Wranglers move in front 14-7 as we bring you back to downtown Phoenix, everybody. A triple-digit day here in the Valley of the Sun, low 100s. But inside the Snake Pit, nice and cool and a great crowd for this one tonight. And we want to wish you all a very happy Independence Day, the 4th of July coming up, and wherever you might be. We certainly hope that you are having a wonderful weekend and a safe weekend as well.
Arizona at the 20-yard line.
You heard that. The ball goes out, and the Rattler offense will take over at the 20-yard line. Down 14-7. So far, low-scoring first half here in this IFL matchup.
Yeah, you talk about the first matchup as well. Game played in the 30s. 34-37 was the final. A matchup between two solid physical teams on both ends, both sides of the ball.
Drew Powell puts him in motion on the right side of the formation, looks that direction. And Braxton Haley with a nice catch, and then the move, and then he powers his way across the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16. They'll mark him at the 14-yard line of Northern Arizona.
It's a nice little out route here by Braxton Haley, but what you love is right here the finish. Playing tough, playing physical. And this is something he didn't have in his repertoire a year ago, and he is growing before our eyes, turning into a dominant leader as a receiver.
The pass completed right side to Shannon Brooks, and he will get driven into the boundary. And right at about the 7-yard line is where he goes down. Gain of 6 on the play. Shannon Brooks with his second reception today.
Just trying to keep that front off balance. Make those guys move.
4:20 on the clock here in the first half. Drew Powell runs the option, flips it to Brooks, and Brooks gets undercut, but not before he's able to fight his way for a first down. Gain of 3 on the play. That ball goes to about the 3-yard line for the Rattler offense, and they'll look now at first down and goal.
Again, given several different looks. You see Hungerford come over and force the pitch. Good job by Northington outside to make that tackle in space. But a fresh set of downs for the Rattlers.
Terrific look on the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Handoff. And Jared Harrington carrying the ball.
We're going to get a blitz here on the Wranglers. They're going to try to take every advantage they can.
Jared gets his first carry. Flag is down.
He shoots the gap before the ball is snapped.
Found the play for an illegal blitz. Second down.
So they pick up the flag. And the ball comes out just outside the 6-yard line for the Rattlers. About a 2-yard loss on the play for Jared Harrington. That was Darren Hungerford who met him as he tried to square his shoulders up to the line of scrimmage.
And this is where this defense has been really, really tough down in the red zone. They make you work for it.
Drew Powell looks toward the end zone. He's got Braxton Haley at the 2-yard line, who catches and takes it across for a Rattler touchdown. Well, Coach, that was dangerously close to a downfield screen, but extremely well done by the referee, who was on the backside of that pattern to not make contact in the end zone.
Well, you saw Jamal Miles, right, and he was just kind of running, jogging over there. You'll see it from this angle on the Nova Homes
He cleared
replay.
out.
Just kind of cleared out, running with his hands up in the air. It's good, no call.
It's a good design on the play, and a Rattlers touchdown. Jared Harrington's hold, and the Ernesto Lacayo kick is up and no good. So the Rattlers will trail by 1 here with 2:17 on the clock in the second quarter. We grab a timeout. Stand by, everybody.
Timeout
Arizona
here.
Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
As we bring you back in the second quarter here to downtown Phoenix, everybody, they are honoring military veterans here at the Footprint Center on this Independence Day Saturday night. Well said. Are you? I know that your kids are very active athletically. They've got a lot going on. They're always doing something. Do you get a day off to fire up the grill on Monday? Are we gonna get to try your world famous burgers? Or
Well, we will on Monday for sure, and possibly tomorrow night as well. A couple days off. No sports, no practice.
1 yard deep, and this return by Stanley Boom Williams will come out to the 11-yard line. First down for the Wranglers right there. Well, this is a weekend here. I mean, there's going to be more propane consumed, across the country and in places like my backyard.
And a weekend that you would typically put on about 12 to 14 pounds.
Yeah, no doubt
of
about
good
it.
weight, lots of meats, right? And you throw in a salad here and there.
Let's do this.
Lots of meats, some steaks.
How about any parade action? You going to go out and watch a parade maybe?
I just want to be home with the fam, right? Like that's, and in the neighborhood. We've got some great neighbors, so we'll just hang out with them.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Hey, look at Barker faking and taking, and
be
he gets dragged down right at midfield. There is a marker down from the umpire right in the middle of all that. He threw his flag. And it looks like this will come on back. Well, the big Independence Day weekend, and we find out what the call is.
Illegal twist. Number 67 and 99, 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:46. 1:46.
So the marker against the Rattlers.
Tough call. It's a run play. Very tough to even see if there was an illegal twist, but it was a run play from the beginning.
The penalty's declined. First down.
So they decline that penalty, take the results of the play, and that's a gain out to midfield.
Where's the illegal twist? He's running. The quarterback's running with the ball. They're chasing the ball. That's not a good call. And these guys do a good job. That's not a good call, though.
Caleb Barker lines him up from the shotgun. And he'll run it himself. Helmet comes off as Barker goes down just inside the Rattler 20-yard line. Gain on the play of 6 yards, and a second down and 4 is on the way. You know, that Rattlers team, and just speaking about the colors, we go into Independence Day, the 4th of July weekend. How about the red, white, and blue uniforms of the Arizona Rattlers, or the Northern Arizona Wranglers, pardon me.
Yeah, they've got a classic look. Their logo is one of the tops in the league, without question.
Yeah, it looks good, yeah.
One of the tops in the league.
They have done a good job for sure. And of course, they hail from Prescott Valley, and I would mention that on June 30th, just a couple of days ago, I'll get to that thought here in a moment. We've got the 1 minute warning. You hear that announcement? We'll grab this timeout. It's Northern Arizona 14, and with the ball, the Arizona Rattlers 13. Stand by. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
To some dealerships, you might be just a number. But at Ken Garff Kia, we treat you right. What do we mean by that? Let's break it down. We approach every interaction with respect, integrity, growth, humility, and teamwork. Because we focus on people first and cars second. So if you're looking for the right kind of dealership experience, stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Take a look there at head coach Kevin Guy of the Arizona Rattlers, and Big Red from the Arizona Cardinals in the house, in the hizzy. Baxter is here from the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Gorilla from the Phoenix Suns. Great night here. The Arizona Rattlers football from the Footprint Center, the Snake Pit. Handoff, stretch play left side, and a big hit. That's Tucker carrying, and Israel Tucker gets knocked down. Dylan Winfrey is in on that play.
Timeout.
And it looks like Chris Terrell as well, and you heard the call for a timeout from head coach Kevin Guy. 51 seconds remaining in the first half.
We've got 2 left, just trying to make sure that they have an opportunity to possibly get the ball back. 3rd down and 1 here. But if I'm Northern Arizona here, I've got 2 downs to get this. They do trust their kicker very much. keep Arizona from touching the ball again offensively.
Well, the Wranglers are going to line it up on 3rd down and a yard to go. 51 seconds remain here in the half. Barker. Look at him there. Instructions from the sideline. Coach Kevin Guy, and Barker gets hit from behind. Everybody getting a hand on him. Everybody on that defense, it seems, was able to get in on
Arizona
on the play.
3rd and final.
The Rattlers trying to preserve some time for their own offense here as we close out this first half. No more timeouts remaining for the Rattlers with 45 seconds left here in the half. 3 timeouts are left for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. The Wranglers are from Prescott Valley, everybody, and just a couple of days ago on June 30th, it was the 9th anniversary of the tragedy during the Yarnell Hill fire near Prescott Valley. The Granite Mountain Hotshots firefighters from that area, from the Prescott Valley area, perished. 19 perished on that date 9 years ago on June 30th.
Awful story.
No question about it. It was a great movie that was made.
It was a great movie, and it just terrified me watching the movie, what those young men went through.
Thank God for our first responders. Thank God
Absolutely.
for those firefighters. Here in Arizona, it's fire season. We've got a number of fires already that have burned here in the state. Meanwhile, here's the snap, and a ball loose, and somehow Caleb Barker able to pick it up on a 4th and 1. Doesn't matter. The Rattlers are going to get it back with 43 seconds remaining in the half, and Kevin Guy on that sideline, emotional, responding, and his defense rises up and makes a play.
Chris Terrell blows it up.
Please reset the game clock to 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Thank you.
Chris Terrell blows this thing up.
Caleb Barker didn't feel too good at the end of the whole thing. That was some spirited defense
I
by
think
the
he
Rattlers.
wanted to take it and run up the middle, but the mesh was not clean. He's trying to pull the ball out. It gets knocked down on the turf.
So a big stop for Arizona. They'll take over with a chance, and 40 seconds left here in the half to grab a halftime lead. The Wranglers are going to get the ball first in the second half. Throw down the middle. Braxton Haley has it, and he goes out of bounds to stop the clock at the 9-yard line. A great finish by Braxton and bringing the fans into it.
See, well, he's got to make it look so easy just to jump up on that wall. I remember those days. Just making it look easy after he catches the dig route. Great throw. And just, whoop, I'm just going to jump up here. And,
well, there was a day when you could do that.
Man,
just the best of them said.
So easy. But beautiful throw and catch. And a great mental play right there by Braxton Haley to understand we're not going to try to scramble. We have no timeouts left. We want to make sure we get out of bounds.
Stop the clock, plenty of time. In fact, if they score quickly, there'll be plenty of time for Northern Arizona. 35 seconds. They started the clock late. Here is the carry, and Drew Powell is going to go down inbounds, and a timeout is asked for from the sideline for the Wranglers. They'll grab a timeout.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
So listen to this. There's 28 seconds on the clock right now.
He went out of bounds there.
He went out of bounds. They're going to add time, but I was watching the clock. They started it late on the play.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
I'll leave it right there. Play clock at 22 seconds. Plenty of time to get this one away. And with 30 seconds remaining in the half, Rattlers can run a couple of plays from the 2. Here's a throw. Braxton Haley, touchdown Rattlers!
Well-designed play here. You fake the pitch. And the little soft touch by the lefty, Drew Powell. Watch the fake action in the backfield. And just a touch right over the top. And Braxton Haley with the contested catch for the touchdown.
Well, if the little phrase, the 2-word phrase, go to, is in the dictionary, That number 13 right there has his name right next to it. Here's the point after try, up and good for Ernesto Lacayo with 27 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the Rattlers do grab the lead now, 27 seconds in the Indoor Football League with 3 timeouts is a lot of time remaining for the Wranglers.
And you could still give yourself up on the walls as well. So everything's at your disposal if you're in Northern Arizona here, offensively.
Well, it's been a while since we heard from our third teammate in the broadcast, on the broadcast team, Joe Pequeno. I know that Joe's down there and is bound to have something for us. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Floyd, no question. It's good to see Drew Powell bounce back. He talked about after the loss in Northern Arizona, he took the onus. There were 6 fumbles by the Rattlers in that game, 3 by him alone, 1 costly in the final 3 minutes. He said, look, in this game, if we make a mistake, we have to put it aside, focus on the moment, and take advantage of it. Drew Powell showing his leadership, and Braxton Haley, man, tell you what, that young man stepping into his own in his second year in the league, coming up big. Now it's on the Rattlers defense to close this half out.
You know, with all those weapons that the Rattlers have said, you know, Braxton has turned into, right now anyway, the premier weapon in the arsenal.
Without question, and I think his work has merited that. What he's been able to do has given him the opportunity for success.
2 yards deep, and a nice return. Closes down right out across the 15-yard line. There are 2 markers down. The ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line on that return by Boom Williams.
Back to Haley, learning how to be a professional.
Return, holding, receiving team number 23. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Northern Arizona.
Going to get Keontae Northington. And just learning how to be a pro, learning how to prepare daily, weekly, how to take care of your body. Those are kind of some of the things that Braxton Haley has had to learn. And you can see he's taking those things serious, and he's had a tremendous season. And really what people thought was going to be filling in for Harrington, right? But he has become the guy, the go-to guy.
So there you see it, 23 seconds remain here in the first half, a 6-point Rattlers lead. Caleb Barker, pump fake, contact in the end zone, escapes that. Here he goes up the field, big gain, and he is down right at the 20-yard line. That's where Kyrie Woods peels off his coverage to make the tackle for the Rattlers defense.
He's got some moxie.
Northern Arizona, they're first.
Eludes the sack in the end zone and just goes after Day right there.
You know, Caleb Barker doesn't do anything flashy, does he?
No.
There's nothing that jumps off the page in the way that he plays this game, except that he is so gritty and tough, and you would love to have a guy like that leading your offense.
He plays it right. He plays it the right way, and what a weapon for the Wranglers to have to build with. I mean, a young guy, just his first year out of Troy.
So the clock says 14 seconds remaining. And it is 1st and 10 for the Wranglers at their own 20-yard line. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. Barker again. Barker first down. Stays on his feet after contact by Devin Cockerill and somehow gets to the Rattler 15-yard line. That's another tough 15-yard gain.
Northern Arizona, they're second.
And here's the deal.
You hear that, the second timeout for the Wranglers.
They trust their kicker. They'll run him out there to kick a field goal. So you figure one shot here at the end zone, then run the kicker out.
Arizona 20, Northern Arizona 14. We'll see if Joe has something for us.
Yeah, Floyd, talking to Dylan Winfrey, the Arizona Rattlers star safety, he said it was so hard to prepare for Northern Arizona because what they show on film is not what they show the Arizona Rattlers. Going into the previous matchup, Northern Arizona schemed for the Rattlers for weeks ahead of time. Everything they showed previously was brand new. And once again, Rod Windsor, the former Rattlers assistant coach and receiver, is the OC for NAU.
Well, listen, you've got to have checks and balances, Joe. You know that. You know there's film on you, so you go back your last 4 or 5 games, see what kind of tendencies you have. You've got to break those tendencies in order to be successful. They've done a nice job.
The Wranglers, they watch a lot of film on the Rattlers. Throw into dangerous territory. That was in between 3 defenders that were all kind of closing in on the receiver.
Absolutely. One shot, and then they're going to kick a field goal here.
Randolph was the receiver. Cockrell was short in coverage. He had somebody deep behind him. There's Winfrey. He was in the zip code on coverage for the Arizona Rattler defense. And with 3 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Wranglers are going to try to tack 3 on here, make it a 3-point game if they can convert. And they've got all the confidence in the world in their kicker, don't they?
They do.
They had,
and he's been solid for them.
They converted 3 field goals in the 37-34 win in Prescott Valley, three games back, to beat the Rattlers. Here's this kick on the way. That's going to be pulled to the left. That kick is no good. Brandon Fisher could not convert.
That's big with Northern Arizona getting the ball at the half.
And the Rattlers are going to take a lead into halftime. Things just fell in the right place, closing out the half for Arizona. And their head coach, Kevin Guy, joins Joe Pequeno down on the field. Hey, Joe.
Coach, great defensive by your team. Back-to-back stops to end the half. Turning point with Chris Stroh, the big hit on 4th and 1.
Yeah, you know, they called an illegal twist on a run play. Never heard of that before, and he got it down here. But we had a great defensive stop here at the end. Listen, they scored on a 4th down, and I thought his knee down was on 3rd down. So, you know, at the end of the day, our defense is playing good. We just got to pick it up on offense. We finished with a strong drive there at the end.
Braxton Haley stepping up, making some plays in traffic.
He's doing a great job.
There we go. Floyd said.
Happy birthday.
Well, do you think this is a big game for the Rattlers and for Coach Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
You could tell. I mean, he's elevated. He's hyped.
It's all business.
He is 100% all business.
And it's halftime, everybody. That kick wide left is the final play of the first half in this big showdown for first place in the Western Conference. Whoever wins this one tonight will be alone in first place. Right now, that belongs to the Northern Arizona Wranglers, a half a game ahead of the Arizona Rattlers coming into this one. But at halftime, it's Arizona 20, Northern Arizona 14, and we'll break it down at halftime coming up. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Meet Carl.
Sup?
Ever since he was a little boy, Carl dreamed of being baseball's greatest outfielder. There was only one problem. Carl, you can play to win with BetRivers.com, featuring award-winning customer service in the excitement of same-game parlays like taking the over, picking the winner, and player props. You can bet on the sports you love.
Yes.
You finally caught something, Carl. BetRivers.com. It's a whole new game.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back.
Back into the Footprint Center, everybody. Downtown Phoenix. This is the home of the Arizona Rattlers, the home of the Phoenix Suns as well. And tonight, it's the home of a spirited contest for first place in the IFL's Western Conference. The Rattlers came in a half game behind. There you take a look at some stats from the first half. Northern Arizona behind Caleb Barker's great job breaking the pocket and running the ball. They lead Arizona in the rushing categories, 49-yard advantage in that category. And Arizona has nearly doubled Northern Arizona through the air, and the balance is pretty close between the two. You see the average yards per play close to a yard more in that first half for the Arizona Rattlers. And a methodical approach on offense by Northern Arizona has them with a 6-minute advantage when it comes to time of possession, which isn't the most critical of stats for sure in the IFL, but it does highlight the fact that Northern Arizona, in my opinion, said Northern Arizona has decided to try and get to the finish line quickly by letting the clock run, milking the clock.
You also keep the ball out of Drew Powell's hands, right?
Of course.
And right now, Caleb Barker doing his best Drew Powell imitation. He's got 57 net yards, 7 yards per carry for Barker in the first half. 7 yards carry. That's worrisome because he was able to break out and make some plays. Defense got tight and took care of business towards down in the red zone, but they've really got to shut it down. Drew's been extremely efficient with the ball. He had the one interception where he tried to steal a play down the middle, was picked off, but he's been solid.
Get a good look at some of the activity from that first half. It's kids' night here at the arena, and as part of it, you've got some great mascots from professional and other teams from across the valley. There's Baxter. He's the Arizona Diamondbacks mascot. There's the Phoenix Suns gorilla, the original OG. Isn't he the OG mascot?
It needs no introduction. No introduction for that guy.
He's always had the greatest tude, hadn't he?
Tude,
the little sweeping hair in the back.
Athleticism.
The flipping, dunking. Yeah,
come on. Don't get any better.
Yeah, he is amazing. And you know what? The Arizona Rattlers have a pretty awesome mascot as well, Striker.
Without question.
He is at the top of the league, that's for sure. And you see some of those highlights from the first half.
Yeah, some early misses, right? Some early opportunities. Had guys open. When you saw NAZ wanted to take some shots down the field early, and they took a lot of shots with Quentin Randolph down the field.
And there's the touchdown that followed the previous pass that you looked at a moment ago. That was a near catch up in the corner against the wall. And here's another look at the touchdown. Great catch by Jeremy Neal. And a great first half of football here at the Footprint Center. The Arizona Rattlers leading Northern Arizona 20-14. We'll look more at those numbers. We'll talk a little bit about what it's going to take to win the Western Conference if we can make our way through it, because I had said earlier, I've seen some printed information that suggested that the Rattlers can have home field advantage through the playoffs. In other words, win the conference if not only do they beat the Wranglers tonight, but they also get help from the Gladiators. If the Gladiators can beat Northern Arizona in their final matchup, we'll see. We'll talk about all of that and more. It is halftime, everybody.
They had them a week ago, partner, and we saw the furious comeback.
Had their opportunity, didn't they?
From the Wranglers. They had a chance.
Big comeback by the Wranglers at their place. It's Arizona 20, Northern Arizona 14. We continue our halftime in a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latino artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes. Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Hey, let's get some audio going your direction. Welcome back in, everybody. It's halftime here in downtown Phoenix, a triple digits day in the desert in the Valley of the Sun. We welcome you in. I'm Floyd Simmons. Cedric Bonner, my broadcast partner, here in the booth, here covering tonight's big matchup for what will be, at least temporarily, a battle for first place in the Western Conference of the IFL. Right now, a half a game lead for the Northern Arizona Wranglers over the Arizona Rattlers. And, everybody wants to know who's going to win the Western Conference. These two teams in particular and their fan base has said they want to know who's going to get home field advantage through the playoffs. That's a big, big deal. We all know that. We also all know that the championship game on August 13th is going to be played in Vegas at the Dollar Loan Center, so you've got that going on. Said the question again is that who's going to win and what are the scenarios, and it's a tough one to break down.
It really is, but at this moment, what you need to do if you're Arizona Rattlers or you're Northern Arizona Wranglers, win your games, right? That's all you can take care of is what you can. What's in your control? Control what's controllable. We don't know the analytics behind it. However, they make me dizzy and make my head hurt. I don't like analytics, but if you win, you still have a shot. If you don't win, you don't have a shot.
It seems easy. By the way, you saw me there with my phone in hand. That's because I'm looking at my calculator. I'm trying to figure this out.
It's making my head hurt. Stop with the calculator.
I get it. Now, Northern Arizona on their schedule has, of their 16 regular season games, they have 15 conference games on that schedule. The Arizona Rattlers have a grand total of 13. So two fewer conference games for Arizona. Arizona can finish 11-2. All right, they can finish
within the conference.
Within the conference. If the Rattlers get help from the Gladiators and can win tonight, then the conference record for Northern Arizona, because that is, I think that's the number one tiebreaker. Well, head-to-head is number one.
Right. Well, when you also think about that would give the Wranglers 3 conference losses. And Arizona would have 2 conference losses.
Well, Northern Arizona would have 3 conference losses after tonight if they lose this game. But if they lose to the Gladiators, they would be 11-4 for the year. So if you look at the winning percentage, Arizona would have the better winning percentage in the conference. It seems that is the scenario that gives the Rattlers an opportunity to win the conference by the tiebreakers and host 2 rounds of playoffs if they can win the first one.
Yeah, they've got to do a good job of really finishing this game and taking care of business. Then we could shuffle all that other stuff out.
And a lot of great defense played so far in this game. A couple of takeaways out there. And we've got head coach Kevin Guy on the field with Joe Pequeno.
Coach, what was the message at halftime with the 6-point lead?
We got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. We had a good run right there at the end. Defensively, we were playing well. We just got to keep smothering them up.
You got to talk about that defense. We'll be on the turf first. What are you hoping to see from the unit?
Stops. We need to get some stops.
Thank you. There you go, fellas.
Well said. You think he had a few more words for his team in the locker room?
He's a matter of fact right now. It is what it is. It's
no doubt.
You're going to box or throw rocks. You know what I mean? What are you going to do right here coming out of the half? It's time for this defense to step up and really be who they are, right?
Yeah, like that said, box or throw rocks. We're closing out halftime here tonight, everybody. It's 20-14. Arizona in front of Northern Arizona. What a great game we've got for you here. The battle for first place in the Western Conference of the IFL. The second half will begin in just a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
The Arizona Rattlers lead the Northern Arizona Wranglers as we get ready to bring you the start of the second half here from the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and on the sidelines is Joe Pequeno. Welcome back in, everybody. And they are just correcting time to start the quarter on the game clock.
I mean, that was the fastest third quarter in the history. I turned around and we're at 1:50 left.
It says, it said 1 minute and 50 seconds versus 15 minutes, and I think both these teams would rather play a 15-minute third quarter. You know, we talked to Kevin Guy, the head coach of the Rattlers yesterday. He said one of the things that he felt, based on the quality of the opponent out there tonight, Northern Arizona, and how good they are, and his strong belief in how good his team is, that this is a game that could go a little extra time. We could see an overtime between these two teams.
I mean, don't speak of such things, my man.
Well, I'm not trying to jinx the thing. I just know that there's a lot of respect these two coaching staffs have for each other, and guess what? This game is playing as close as you want it to be. A one touchdown lead and a touchdown saving tackle by Ernesto Lacayo as he is able to drive the return man. That's Israel Tucker, drives him into the wall on the far side. And Northern Arizona has the ball first for the second half. They are at their own 22-yard line as we get this one underway again from the Snake Pit. Welcome in, everybody, to our broadcast of Arizona Rattlers football.
We'll see how the Wranglers respond. They had a nice first half. In a few moments, I think they continue to use Caleb Barker in the rushing attack. But they will take shots down the field.
And Barker has it. Quarterback draw. Gets some great blocking up front, but Trayvon Williams is able to come off the block on him and make the stop after turns into only a 4-yard gain for Barker.
Only? I mean, that's a nice gain on first down, partner. You're getting 4.5, 5 yards a clip on first down. I think any coordinator would be happy with that. Now that sets you up with a second and intermediate.
I'm just trying to
intermediate. Now you can take a shot if you want here.
I'm just trying to help the guy out. He's been averaging 7 yards a carry. I mean, only 4 yards. It's a little bit off his clip. Second down and 6 now. Ball at the Rattlers 24-yard line. Barker looking downfield, and he's got a man right in front of Dylan Winfrey. Well, there was nothing really Dylan could do about it. Good route run, and Quentin Randolph hauls it in, and then into the boards for a first down for Northern Arizona.
Much like his offensive coordinator Rod Windsor used to do. Beautiful dig route here, and then he just big bodies Dylan Winfrey. He's too big, too much size. Good job by Randolph. They're very happy to have him back in the lineup.
First and goal for Northern Arizona at the 8-yard line. Folks, you're watching Arizona Rattlers football on the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. Get in on the action at goifl.com. Now under 13 minutes remaining third quarter. Barker looks toward the corner. No, the back of the end zone. Wide open Randolph. No flags down. Well, that's a Wrangler touchdown.
Catch Dylan Winfrey. They fake the out. They fake the out route and running up. Great job. Really good route here. He sells the out route. Winfrey jumps it.
You get that wide open.
It's just a little stick nod route.
Sometimes it's hard to catch the ball. You're that wide open. Yeah, that was just a great job as he fooled Winfrey completely, and with just about 12 seconds remaining, or 12 minutes remaining in the third quarter, the kick is up. Well, I don't think the kick was good, and there was a flag down. You take another look there at the touchdown, the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Nova Home Loans, our exclusive instant replay sponsor.
That will offset personal foul, defense, roughing the snapper, holding, offense, repeat the try.
Well, I believe that's going to benefit Northern Arizona because I think the kick was wide. We don't have the best angle here from our location.
He's also missed his last 2 attempts. If you count the 1-10, the half.
And I was going off of what I thought was an indicator from one of the officials that the kick was no good. They're going to try again. This time the kick is good. And that will give the lead to the Wranglers. They score on their opening third quarter possession. We've got 11:43 on the clock in this third period. It's Northern Arizona 21, Arizona 20. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
We'll bring you back in here to Phoenix, and there's another look at that touchdown on the throw from Barker to Randolph. And that's good enough to give Northern Arizona the lead here in the third period, 21-20. And we'll get to see Drew Powell and the Rattler offense back on the field. There's Jared Harrington back deep to field the kick. And it's a squib. And that is going to bounce high in the air into the hands of Jamal Miles. And Jamal gets spun around and knocked down. And they'll mark him with forward progress right at about the 7-yard line. That's where the Rattler offense comes on out for their first possession of the second half.
I think it's an important drive here that the Rattlers answer. They took all the steam, all the momentum away from the Wranglers to finish that half. But to the Wranglers' credit, they came out this opening drive and went right down the field. I'll tell you, Quentin Randolph has been special this afternoon.
Fake it to Shannon Brooks, and Drew Powell gets knocked down with a very short gain, a gain of about a yard out to the 8-yard line. It'll be second down at that spot for Powell in the offense.
Yeah, this D-line here is very physical, very athletic up front. You look at Bartlett's size, and at only 250 pounds, but he is extremely athletic, quick.
And Drew's going to throw and deliver a strikeout near the sideline to Jared Harrington, his first catch today. That's a 9. No, scratch that. That is about a 7-yard pickup on the play, and it brings up third down and a yard to go for the Rattlers.
That's big time for Jared. I think he gives him a different kind of burst, different kind of speed, and they need to somehow find a way to get him back involved.
And there's his first catch. Flip it out to Jamal Miles. Miles goes into the boards, but he'll have a first down. 6-yard gain for Jamal. Marker down. The Wranglers are claiming a hold.
Just talked about this front as you get a look at the Nova Homes replay.
During the run.
There's a hold right there on Bartlett.
Offense, number 79. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat third down.
Yeah, on the right edge, Kenny Thomas Jr. trying to seal. You see him right there with hold of Kenton Bartlett. And unnecessary because, truthfully, the runner was already beyond that point. It was third and very short. Now you put yourself in a third and long situation here.
Third and about 9 for Powell, the Rattlers. Drew taking a look. Time to throw, wide open, pass caught, first down. Broxton Haley staying on his feet, fighting into Wrangler territory. Before the tackle was finally made by Bill Atkins. Atkins out of Minnesota Duluth, making that stop. But a big gain on the play for the Rattlers.
It was a fantastic job by Powell as well as Haley. Haley doing a good job of reading the zone and settling up away from the defender to give Drew Powell that angle to get the ball in. Beautiful throw, aided by great protection up front.
Powell to run, and there isn't a whole lot of running to be done on that play. Darren Hungerford steps up, brings him down at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 2 on the play.
You look at a guy like Hungerford who's just stands at 6 feet tall, but he affects the game in so many ways on the defensive end. He's extremely physical.
And by the way, you saw those numbers on Drew Powell. Let me update those for you. He is now 10 of 13 in the game. And a pair of touchdowns, 95 yards passing so far for Powell. And he looks to the end zone. And that is off the hands of Braxton Haley. Incomplete. Well, that looked like a catchable ball. He was trying to stay in. But it goes incomplete.
He was trying to stay in and really kind of mistimes his jump. He gets his arms the wrong way. He's got to have that left arm over top. He tries to pull it in. That's a good effort. And a well-thrown ball. Those are the type of plays that you've got to have in these kind of games. These kind of moments, you have to make those plays.
Third down and 8. Haley in motion on the right side. Jamal Miles also on that side of the formation. Looked like Drew was running all the way, and he is going to get dumped for a very short gain. How about 3 on the play for Drew? It's to the 18-yard line. 4th down coming up. 4th. And I'm checking it out. It looks like 4th and 5 for Arizona.
He decided early on he was going to run that. I thought he had a chance to get the ball to Jamal Miles on the opposite side of the field, right in the center of the field, or it's actually Braxton Haley right in the middle of that zone. If you throw it on time, you've got him. But you see Hungerford with the shot.
Well, it's great defense that the Wranglers present, and that guy in the middle of it, that linebacker, Darren Hungerford, is as steady and as solid as you want him to be. 4th down and 5. Big play here. Can they convert? The Rattlers with a lot of time to throw in the middle of the field, and that's a big catch for a first down. Hauled in by Jared Harrington. And a 13-yard pickup on the play. That'll move the sticks. 1st and goal for the Rattler offense.
Look at the lockdown by the guys up front. And he just is able to squeeze it in just before Tevin Homer's able to get in and make the play. See how much zip that had on it? He's off balance and still had enough pop on that ball to get it in there.
Clock stopped with 6 minutes.
The Northern Arizona coach is challenging the rule in the field of a false start, specifically 3 in motion by the offense. The play is under review.
Well, I don't need to explain that any further. They're going to take a look at it and see if Shannon Brooks moved early or crossed the line early.
Well, I think they mean 3 as in 2 receivers and 1 extra receiver.
Not number 3, I get you now.
Yeah, don't try to blame Shannon.
Hey,
he's going to come up here complaining.
Listen now. Shannon Brooks, the consummate professional, I tell you that. There's another look at that catch, the Nova Home Loans replay. Nova Home Loans, your exclusive instant replay presenting sponsor here with the Arizona Rattlers. There's Jared Harrington with that big catch to convert, set him up at the 5-yard line if it stands. Okay, so let's say there was motion. Coach, they're going to obviously take that penalty, move them back 5, be 4th down again. Any chance we might see Ernesto Lacayo on to kick?
One time only. You're going to get a shot.
Well, let's find out from Reed. Well, the referee is not going to. Reed Brotherton is the referee, and he is going to come all the way to the other side of the field. Still hasn't.
We want to look at the other. I think that the Magic iPad, it has better looks on it. We're going to the Magic iPad.
So now they're going to take a look at the Wranglers iPad, because remember earlier in the game they looked at the Rattlers iPad and they did not overturn a challenge that the Rattlers had made. They did not see enough on the replay looks provided.
It goes without saying, this is a huge call at this juncture of the game.
Can we see our play again? Can we see the beginning of this thing? Okay, we're looking at it.
Nobody's moving. The ball snapped. The ball snapped a fraction early. Nobody's moving but the center.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Nobody's moving.
If they're saying it was one of those offensive linemen.
Nobody is moving. The ball is snapped. See, the ball's picked up, and once the ball's picked up, it's all bets are off. That's not a false start. That's not 4 men in motion.
If you lose the challenge, that'll be costly. That'll take a timeout off the board for Northern Arizona. They lead right now 21-20. And
you can look at it all you want. There's no way that anybody was early there. The center moves the ball, and everyone goes.
Let's ask Joe Pequeno. He's got a bird's eye view down there. Joe, what's that discussion like going on down there?
Well, Floyd, right now they're having some problems with the iPad going back and forth. They're just trying to get the play in motion, and now we're going to have a call on the field.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Arizona. Northern Arizona has charged its first time out and has one challenge remaining.
That's the right call by Reed and his guys to get it right. You saw the motion, two motion men in the center snapping the ball with the only three moving.
So the Rattlers first down stands. They are set up first to goal at the 5-yard line of Northern Arizona. We've got exactly 6 minutes remaining. Handoff, Shannon Brooks. He might have slipped just a bit, tried to dip back inside, and he really nowhere to go. A couple of those defenders converging on him. Tremont Lofton was there, Darren Hungerford as well.
They've got to be better, partner, about their meshes in the backfield. When you got motion, if you need to snap it a second early, snap it a second early, but you got to be better so that way you don't run your back, Shannon Brooks, off of his timing when he's trying to get outside.
No gain on the play. Back to the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Brooks now lines up deep on the right side. The opposite side, there's Braxton Haley. Everybody motioning that way. Fake the flip. Throw back the other way. Pass caught. Braxton Haley. Touchdown, Arizona.
It's the second time they were able to use this play and use the over-aggressive defense by the Northern Arizona Wranglers. You fake the toss, you bring one shallow and one deep, and again, a nice job of putting some touch on the ball. And Braxton Haley, that man on the spot again.
More points for Braxton Haley. He has asserted himself as the go-to guy for Arizona. The kick on the way. It looks good from here. It's up, and it is good for Ernesto Lacayo. Arizona 27, Northern Arizona 21. 4:27 remaining third quarter. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back. Want to come back.
Braxton Haley came into the game the third leading receiver in the IFL as far as yardage goes. He had 14 touchdowns before tonight, 3 more to that total so far in this game, so 3 touchdowns tonight. He also had 3 touchdowns last week, so 6 of his now 17 touchdowns on the season coming in these last 2 weeks. Braxton Haley having another great game for the Rattlers. Here's the kick and a big collision at the 10-yard line. The ball comes to about the 11 before Day Merriweather gets credit for a special teams tackle. 4:23 remaining third quarter. 27-21 Arizona in front.
It was a rather violent tackle as well, Floyd.
I said collision. I did mean violent.
I think it's been amped up a little bit as you get a look at the Nova Holmes replay. Day searching him up, and with a great finish. Now you need for this defense to come up big here.
Caleb Barker brings out the offense for Northern Arizona. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Barker, pump fake. Thought about throwing deep, escapes the pressure, and goes out of bounds short of a first down across the 15-yard line. Mark him at the 17-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play for Caleb Barker.
The Rattlers got lost. They're very fortunate that the pressure got home. They ended up turning 2 receivers, Jeremy Neal as well as Quentin Randolph, loose on the back end. That could have been a one-play score had they hit either one of those gentlemen.
Ten carries, 80 yards now in the game for Caleb Barker. He fakes it, swings it, right side, pass caught. Still moving downfield across the 20 of Arizona. That's a sizable gain. I got that as 16 yards and a first down. Gillard on the receiving end of it.
Really impressed with Barker's ability to just go through his progressions. He doesn't like it, but he swings it out quick. Gives his guy a chance to go make some guys miss. Big 14-yard gain.
Wranglers and the quarterback keeping all the way, and well, you know, he's done a great job, but 2 or 3 times tonight so far, guys like Trayvon Williams have made him pay for running it himself, and then he got rudely met 2 yards downfield, 2-yard gain on the play. Second down 8 coming up. Northern Arizona will operate from the Rattlers' 15-yard line.
Floyd, he seems undaunted with any of the hits. This kid's just a player. He's a football player. Enjoy watching him play.
Handoff Wranglers. Israel Tucker. And the first guy to get to him, Theo Majette.
Just keeping the defense honest here by Coach Windsor.
2-yard gain right there. Listen, they are milking that clock for sure. Third down 6, straight ahead for Northern Arizona.
You slow the game down, you take possessions away from the Rattlers. And that's been their MO. You saw the first game, a 37-34 win. They want to keep it a low-scoring game. Take possessions away from the Arizona Rattlers.
Barker throwing toward the end zone, incomplete. 4th and 6 on the way.
Great coverage. That's a good job of staying locked in by Kyrie Woods. They try to get him with the takeoff move, the double move route. He doesn't buy it, stays at home.
Another great look on the Nova Home Loans instant replay.
You got to find something here to really make it tough to get the ball to Quentin Randolph. He has been deadly in this situation.
And the Rattler fans, Rattler Nation, making some noise, many on their feet. Big play here, 4th down.
They're going to let it go
Northern
in the fourth
Arizona.
quarter.
They're going to let it run out. Final 3 seconds ticking off the clock here as we do close out this third period, everybody. Arizona 27, Northern Arizona 21. The fourth quarter is straight ahead, and a big play on 4th down for the Wrangler offense. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How many times can I say oh yeah?
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
These two teams on the field tonight both have secured themselves a berth into the postseason. The question is, who is going to get home field advantage in the playoffs? If they can manage to win a first-round playoff game, who will get that designation? Will it be Northern Arizona or the Arizona Rattlers? Meanwhile, Caleb Barker is in trouble, and he goes down in the hands of those Rattlers up front, the guy that led the way, the first man there. Was that Chris Terrell, the first guy that got to him?
It's just a great effort. Chris Terrell, Robert Landers, all these guys putting in work. See Terrell just not giving up, and then he's able to finish it off. Majette there as well. It was a fantastic effort, and guess what? None of this is possible without coverage on the back end. Great job to the guys on the back end, making it tough for Caleb Barker.
Robert Landers also helping to smash the quarterback at the end of all of that. And that is a turnover on downs. The ball goes over to the Arizona Rattlers. 27-21, Arizona in front as we get the fourth quarter underway here. It's Arizona Rattlers football, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and a challenge flag thrown. And this is the final remaining challenge for the Wranglers. And Coach, I have to wonder what the challenge is for.
It's either going to be mirroring or illegal twist. I don't know what.
Now the coaching staff is trying to make up their mind.
Arizona is challenging the rule on the field of illegal contact. The play is under review.
Okay, illegal contact. That's the challenge. And Joe Pequeno has something.
Yeah, thank you very much, Floyd. Robert, here with Robert Landers, and Robert, you guys come up with a fourth down stop, at least for now. Your thoughts on that play?
It was a good defensive stop. We gave up too much. They worked their way down the field, probably a little bit more than what we would have liked. But at the end of the day, the motto is bend, don't break. So we didn't break. We got to stop. So I'm happy with it.
Robert, a little chippiness in between quarters. Two teams vying and talking a little bit in between, correct?
That's what happens when you got two elite competitors competing, man. Competitors compete. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that come with it is a little bit of chippiness, a little bit of extra edginess. So it's normal. That's what makes the game fun.
Thank you, Robert. Floyd said.
That's what makes the game fun.
That's why you do this. I mean, it's not easy. I don't know if they could say his helmet never went down. He never targeted.
We'll find out.
The rule in the field stands. It'll be Arizona's ball. 1st and 10. Northern Arizona has charged a timeout and has no challenges remaining.
And you.
Well, that is a huge moment.
Is it worth the risk?
Well, I don't think
With
so.
14 minutes left in the game. Is it worth the risk?
I just think you have to be so sure of yourself.
Well, there was nothing. He didn't launch. He didn't lower his head. It was almost like his body was wrapping up and his face mask bumped it. It wasn't nothing nefarious about that. You like that word I threw out there? Nefarious?
I love that word.
Love that word?
It has been used about me a number of times.
Wow.
Well, 13:57 on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and Drew Powell will deliver quickly to Braxton Haley. Braxton having another great game. He got hit pretty quick, and he's going to get up. He gets a hand up, but he got crunched on that one, but he hung on to the ball and another gain. 7 yards to pick up on that play. Braxton, well, I tell you, how about the game that he is having today? Another great game. Haley now with his 9th reception and 82 yards to his credit. 3 touchdowns today.
I love his toughness. You're going to talk about, I don't feel like he had this in his bag last year.
He has hauled in 9 out of 13 receptions today for the team. And you know what? After that big hit, he's going to run the ball from scrimmage and deliver another big play, another big hit that he takes at the end of it. But he just keeps on going. 15-yard gain and a first down for Braxton Haley and the Arizona Rattlers.
Well, he's got the power of that 1-3 on. That's a pretty special number. And you see the strong finish.
It really is.
And everybody just being patient and running solid offense. Look at Shannon Brooks downfield blocking, trying to keep guys off of him. Excellent job by the Rattlers. They got to just continue to move it down the field, take your time.
Love that number 13. Kind of don't matter who wears it for the Arizona Rattlers. You got to love those guys. First down, flip it, right side, Jamal Miles is hit at the 10-yard line, driven out. Hey, by the way, I have to say this, and this is a week late, and I apologize for that a week late, but before last week's game, I was talking to Braxton down on the field for a moment, and he says, hey, you tell that number 13 up there in the broadcast booth, you tell him, I believe the name was Mark, he said, Mark from the Oakland A's said to tell him hi.
That's my guy, Mark Aker, big 6'8" pitcher. He was a New Mexico State Aggie. Big guy, played basketball, right? And then ended up being a great pitcher. And I was actually trying out with him. And he ends up playing a few years with the A's and then goes over to Japan and plays for like a decade.
Drew Powell has a man at the 5, and that is going to be the first catch of the day for Troy Pelletier. Pelletier has 7 yards. Ball at the 3-yard line.
Mr. Simmons, this is a great choice here. Great choice here by Drew Powell. He could have got greedy and tried to throw the out and up to Jamal Miles, but he had 2 guys sitting in the zone open. Makes the right choice. Plays you have to make when you're trying to close out a game.
Ball was right at the line to gain the first down, and the eyeball says first down. First and goal, Rattlers 3-yard line. Drew Powell cuts back and gets to the 1-yard line. Well, good defense coming in on the penetration from his linebacker spot. Darren Hungerford was able to keep Drew from getting that nice cut back. He stuck the foot in the ground, but then there was Hungerford right there.
He is just a player. He's got quarterback responsibility, but he's able to get off the block. Shannon Brooks doesn't do a good enough job of pinning him inside. He had a great angle to do so, but Hungerford said, nope, not today. You see Drew with that ball security really trying to squeeze it and take care of the ball.
Kevin Guy, the coach, in our discussion yesterday, his talk is about this. You can control fumbles. You don't have to fumble. Here's Drew Powell going around the left side. And Drew goes into the end zone for a Rattlers touchdown. now the Rattlers have a 2-touchdown lead, and this point after will be all important for Ernesto Lacayo in the special teams unit. Lamar Mady is the long snapper, Jared Harrington the holder, and Ernesto Lacayo, the guy that will be tasked to knock it through.
Hey, keep in mind, partner, what we saw a week ago, it looked as if this Wrangler team was finished against the Duke City Gladiators. And they were able to reel them back in.
Somebody got a hand on the ball on that kick, and yet it still went through. Kick is good. Well, they're going to talk it over for just a second. There's a marker down. 9:29 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll see what the official has to say.
The result of the try is good. Illegal defensive formation on the receiving team. That penalty is declined. Timeout in the field.
The kick is good. And here in the fourth quarter, we grab a timeout. Our score, Arizona 34, Northern Arizona 21. It's Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Some dealerships are in your ear the second you walk through the door. But at Ken Garff Kia, we prefer to let our customers do the talking. That's why our motto is, we hear you. Because great vehicle selection, fair prices, and reliable service all start with one thing: listening. So if you're ready for a better dealership experience, come to Ken Garff Kia. Stop by today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
The Arizona Rattlers getting set to send it away here in the fourth quarter. They lead right now 34-21. We welcome you back here to downtown Phoenix on a triple-digit day in the desert. And the Western Conference, and whomever might find themselves in the championship game on August 13th, championship day for the IFL, that game to be held, the championship game in Vegas at the Dollar Loan Center. Well, it's going to go through the desert. Doesn't matter if it's Prescott Valley that wins it. Doesn't matter if it's the Arizona Rattlers. Hey, if somehow Tucson, the Tucson Sugar Skulls figured in, they won't. But if they did, I mean, it's going through the desert to get to the championship game. Here tonight, the Arizona Rattlers are sporting some new jerseys, some camoed out, some black camo on the orange/copper jersey, and they're not the only ones with some pretty cool uniform today here on this 4th of July weekend, this Independence Day weekend. Mentioned that after this, return by Israel Tucker. He gets knocked down right at the 10. Jared Harrington, the tackle, the spot at the 11-yard line. My broadcast partner in the booth here, Cedric Bonner, and unfortunately, I don't have a camera on you, Ced, but my partner here with the coolest 4th of July socks that I may have ever seen.
Not bad, eh?
You got the stars and stripes right there
not bad.
On his socks. I like them. Good ones.
I want to remind everyone that it looks like the Rattlers are running away with this game, but this Wrangler team trailed 35-26 at the end of the third quarter a week ago. They used a 23-6 fourth quarter to come back and win the game.
Pass caught, Neal has it, and he'll be down with a 10-yard gain. It looks like a first down for the Wranglers. Joe Pequeno has something for us.
Yeah, absolutely, Floyd. Down here in the snake pit area, And I got quarterback Drew Powell, who just scored on the touchdown run. And Drew, let's talk about the offensive line really taking control in the second half.
Oh, yeah, man, that's been a difference in this one, man. Offensive line's just been dominating. The pocket's been clean. Running holes have been there, man. It's just good for me to be back there and be comfortable.
The offense was set up by the turnover by Robert Landers in the sack on fourth down.
Yes, sir.
Your thought about that defensive stand by the defense?
Yeah, man, Big Rob been making plays for us all season. As you speak, he just made another tackle in the backfield. So, man, it's just great. I love to see the defense get out there and get after, man. And that's what we like to do, play complementary football and feed off each other.
Thank you very much, Floyd said.
Well, that big boy's had him a game up front. And this game with the all-important factor of the trench play, the Rattlers are doing their job, doing it well. Here's a give, left side, and that'll be a gain short of a first down, but a nice pickup by Gillard on the give from the quarterback.
Well, it gives you an opportunity to still have a third and short situation where you could do multiple things. You could actually take a shot here at the end zone. The Rattlers have had a tough time covering Quentin Randolph. He's had his way with the secondary.
Third down, along two. The quarterback has the first down. Caleb Barker cuts back, tripped up a little bit, crossed the 10. And Caleb, he's been punished out there by this defense a number of times. A moment ago when he tried on that first down play to run from scrimmage, he got smashed a little bit by the Rattler defense, but he just peels himself up off that turf and keeps on going. And here's a nice little effort to move the chains. It's first and goal at the 9-yard line for the Wranglers.
He is 100% a scrapper, Mr. Simmons. You gotta love scrappers. He is a scrapper.
Scrapping for sure. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2-touchdown lead for the Wranglers. And a dart into the end zone, caught by Randolph. That's a Wrangler touchdown.
9-yard touchdown pass for Caleb Barker. 3 points in Randolph.
I think this is what Coach talked about, this team being mentally tough. Some attribute they did not have a year ago, right? They're mentally tough. They're able to bounce back.
And they have done so well. Kick is up, kick is good. And our score, Arizona 34, the Wranglers to 28 after that touchdown.
This is
Barker to Randolph.
This is a really good setup here.
They just beat the defense.
Yeah, you get Cockrell with the outside shade right there in front of him, and he's able to cut inside. And listen up, folks, the Wranglers are not going anywhere. Come on back to the Footprint Center.
This is Arizona Rattlers football back after this.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
When they approached us to do this in the first place, we couldn't wait to get involved.
Come in here, and it feels like a football game should be here. It's a big event for us. In our opinion, this is going to be an outstanding spot to bring it to, and once you get a taste of it, I'm guessing you're going to want to come back. Want to come back. Want to come back.
The Northern Arizona Wranglers, led by the effort of their quarterback, Caleb Barker.
Was good. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense of the Rattlers, number 99, is first in the game for taunting. That 15-yard penalty banked and enforced after the kickoff.
All right, there's the word from Reed Brotherton, the referee. 6 minutes and 2 seconds remain here. You see the touchdown catch by Quentin Randolph on the delivery from Caleb Barker. Randolph, I said, 4 catches, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns for Randolph. And Barker throwing the ball. He is 8 of 18, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns. You see the short kick, and you see the ball covered up by Day Merriweather. Somebody down on the ground, but it looks like he's getting a hand up right now. That's not the guy. That's not the guy. They don't want that guy hurt. Yeah. That's for sure. I want to mention also that, how about Caleb Barker? How about this? How about that young quarterback? 14 carries.
Will now enforce a 15-yard penalty. First down.
And 14 carries, 97 yards rushing, averaging 6.9 yards a carry.
I mean, that's a special effort. First time this young man stepped into the snake pit. Just seems unfazed by it all.
Hey, he plays with the 2 gloves. He throws with the 2 gloves.
You know what? It's a you love it or hate it thing, especially when you're playing with this ball. It's synthetic. It's not leather. So it can get slippery, and that kind of takes away some of that slipperiness off of that football field.
How about you? Love it or hate it?
I'll go either way.
Drew Powell down the middle. He's got a man. That's Jamal Miles. Cut back. And Jamal is going to go into the end zone. It's loose and covered up by Braxton Haley. The question is, did he break the plane beforehand? Either way, that's a Rattlers touchdown.
Wow.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense in the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Well, let's take a look and see who should get the credit for the touchdown.
Braxton Haley, look at that punch right there.
Yeah, it came out early, didn't
it? That's
a
great play by Tevin Homer. Almost changes the game.
Well, it's a great play by the Rattlers on the delivery to Jamal.
But watch Tevin Homer here, number 2, right there, punch it out. And Braxton Haley, I mean, all he does.
Right place, right time. Rattlers strike quickly. Harrington is able to scoop up that errant snap. And the kick is on the way, and it is no good. The second miss today for the Rattlers, and that could prove big because our difference now is 12 points. Arizona 40, Northern Arizona 28. We're in the 4th quarter, and this is Arizona Rattlers football.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Some dealerships are all about selling, but Ken Garff Kia is all about family. We're part of the Ken Garff Automotive Group, a family-run business that's been around since 1932. That's right, for the past 90 years, Ken Garff dealerships have been perfecting the art of listening to customers and putting their needs first. How many other dealerships can say that? Come see us today for great offers on our new vehicle lineup. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Drew Powell steps up, finds Jamal Miles. And after the nice punch out by the Wrangler defense, well, Braxton Haley covers it up. That's the 4th touchdown of the game for Braxton Haley. And now the Wranglers are going to get the ball back. We're going to get a chance to talk to the man that anchors that offensive line, Lamar Mady, right after this return by Israel Tucker. Staying on his feet after some contact, tough run back. And that's out close to midfield, ball at the 24-yard line. And Joe Pequeno does have that great offensive lineman for the Rattlers.
Thank you, Floyd. Lamar, you and I talked this week, and you talked about the first matchup against Northern Arizona. You guys didn't bring the physicality. The focus wasn't there. And you said this time around we got to smack them in the mouth from the very beginning, and you guys have done that, especially here in the second half.
Man, most definitely. Our team, we took a leap. We took a step forward just to make this a hard on them. We're in the snake pit. There ain't no reason why we should lose. We're the most physical team out here, and we got to prove it every time.
Lamar, what's up with your teammates calling you Ebenezer, Scrooge, and Old Man Winner, and everything else?
I'm the old head on the team. You know, sometimes I get really emotional sometimes, but, you know, tonight I had to keep myself under composure so my teammates can follow my lead and we can do what we need to do.
There you go, Lamar Mady, such a vital part of that Arizona Rattlers offensive line.
14-yard gain for the Wranglers on that pass and catch. The ball goes to the Arizona 12-yard line. Time ticking down, under 4 minutes now remaining here in the fourth quarter. A 12-point Rattler lead. Fake it, no give it. Well, that faked me out nicely. The runner has it. Gillard has it around the left side, and he is to the 5-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup on the play.
This is just tough. You're giving up too many yards on early downs. Hardly any clock has been run.
Barker is under center, looking all the way to the right side, and that's a takeaway. Dylan Winfrey has his 9th interception of the season.
This is a bad job by Barker.
The road in the field is an interception for a touchback, first down.
He tries to throw. Basically, we used to call this, I had this route with Randy Gatewood. We'd put him isolated out to the field by himself and just say, give me something. But he wouldn't just run a fade. I mean, he really doesn't give Barker anything to throw to. I mean, there's so many options you could take. You can run a fade comeback. You can do so many things, but he makes it easy, and then the throw makes it even, compounds the problem even more. Just throw it out of bounds.
Critical moment now with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in regulation. A give to Shannon Brooks around the left side. He gets knocked down quickly on defense with the tackle is Bill Atkins. I remind you that all Arizona home games this season, including next week's final home game of the year, that game against Vegas next Sunday. All games this season at home for the Rattlers are broadcast on Cox, Yearview, Arizona, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to yearview.com for more information. That's YURVIEW.com. And find out more. There is the Dylan Winfrey interception. Well, they've been testing Dylan all night long. He gets the better of them in a huge moment. Throw downfield. The receivers all turning around, stopping in those zones. And Jamal Miles has the catch for, looks like a gain of 12 on the play.
That's a good job of catching the ball, really just getting down. You know, the Wranglers down to just one timeout because of their challenges. I mean, that hurts them. And if you're Coach Guy, you want to take this thing down, you will run one more play. This will probably be a running play here. And then you'll let it go down to the 1 minute warning.
One thing you cannot do, even with what will be 1 minute remaining, and the Rattlers should have the ball if they don't turn it over right here on this play. Quarterback to keep it. Following his big boy up front. Kenny Thomas leading the way right there for a 15-yard pickup for the Rattlers, and they're going to let this now tick down to, as you said, the 1 minute warning.
If you're right,
but with the Wranglers out there, there is still a lot of game left for a team that can score quickly.
I might have
and
taken
play great defense.
This is the 1 minute warning. Timeout on the field.
With only one timeout left, I may have taken one timeout there just to get the stoppage at the 1 minute as well, if that makes sense.
1 minute remaining here in the fourth period. Arizona 40, Northern Arizona 28, and a battle for first place in the IFL's Western Conference. We are back right after this with more Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Just 1 minute remains for the Arizona Rattlers to retake first place in the Western Conference. They will be a half game in front of the Wranglers if they can close it out. They lead by 12 right now with exactly 1 minute remaining, but that's a lot of time in this game.
With one timeout, getting out of bounds, you can stop the clock, give yourself up. Plenty of time.
Drew Powell runs it, protects it, and he gets to the 10-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. Coming up after our broadcast, we will announce the
timeout
player of the game.
Northern Arizona, their final timeout.
We'll have our player of the game announcement. That guy right there, Drew Powell, has had a terrific game today leading this team, this offense. And though he has thrown one interception today, that came early on in the game, he has done a fantastic job protecting the ball, as you saw in that run there. And short of a disaster, the Rattlers look to retake first place in the Western Conference.
I mean, 0 fumbles lost, and that's where they struggled. First time these two teams met. Lost 3 fumbles, had 6 total, but lost 3 fumbles. Especially the crucial one late down the stretch.
How about 81% completions today for Drew Powell? 17 out of 21. Four touchdowns.
Pretty good.
It was a great game.
Pretty good.
Now there's his teammate Braxton Haley, who has had a great game, and Braxton with 4 touchdowns today. The official scorekeeper, I think, is going to have to go back and look at the tape because they gave credit to Jamal Miles for that last touchdown. But he fumbled before he reached the goal line. Handoff to Shannon Brooks as the Rattlers try to run this one out. And if they can protect the ball, they're going to get a victory here. 45 seconds remaining, counting down. The Wranglers cannot stop it.
We'll have to run one more play.
That's it. Run one more and celebrate a win and move back into first place. How many weeks has it been? Has it been 3 weeks out of first place?
Roughly 3 weeks.
I do have to snap it one more time.
He's going to take a timeout.
Okay. Right there. Take that timeout, then snap it. Let the final 10.3 seconds run off.
Arizona, they're first.
Well, I think we can announce our player of the game now. Cedric,
yeah, no doubt.
Talked about this a moment ago, and I think we came to a consensus on who is going to pick it up today after throwing 4 touchdowns and 17 of 21 through the air, 175 yards passing. Why don't you add 62 yards rushing for Drew Powell on 10 carries and 2 touchdowns on the ground. There's your player of the game, Drew Powell.
Without question. He was efficient. Did everything needed to do.
They stopped the play. Their official was the linesman on the far side was not ready to go. He was way up the field, so a little anticlimactic there, and the Rattlers will snap it again for the final 10.3 seconds. Victory formation. Drew Powell kneels it down. Your player of the game has the ball, and that is a Rattlers victory tonight, and they go back into first place. 12-3 record. 12. There's those cannons for you. 12-3 record now for the Arizona Rattlers, and an 11-3 record for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Half-game lead. Of course, it's the loss column that really counts. That's what you really concern yourself with. Tied in the loss column. But a half-game lead with one additional victory at this point of the year for the Arizona Rattlers. Everybody, final score 40-28. And the head coach, Kevin Guy, joins Joe Pequeno.
Coach, congratulations on the win. You talked about controlling your destiny. You guys now the top seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah, we got one more to go, so it's going to be short-lived tonight, but I thought our guys gave great effort. That's a hell of a football team over there. They got great coaches. They're in the right mindset. I'm sure we'll see them again.
Coach, talk about the way Drew bounced back after that early interception and really took control of that offense in the second frame.
I thought he really settled down, started reading the defense, and he did a great job tonight.
Coach, defensively, what can you say? Big stops. Robert Landers, Dylan Winfrey, Chris Terrell, the whole defense came up with some big plays.
Well, I mean, up front and the back, you keep going at our guys, we're going to get our hands on the ball, okay? So, you need to mix that stuff up.
Let's talk about the continued...
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Coach, if we can, talk about the continued development of Braxton Haley, who continues to step up and make big plays.
Yeah, Braxton's great. He's been a great player for us all year. He's really developing really nice. We got great players all over this roster. We stay together as a team, we can accomplish a lot.
Thank you very much, Coach. Arizona Rattlers in celebration mode.
Big win tonight, 40-28, our final. We'll grab a timeout. We'll speak with our player of the game, Drew Powell, coming up in just a couple of moments. Everybody, back to the Footprint Center, the Snake Pit, to wrap it up after this. It is Arizona Rattlers football.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
The Arizona Rattlers have moved back into first place in the IFL's Western Conference after tonight's 40-28 win over the Northern Arizona Wranglers, supplanting the Wranglers by a half game for the lead and one game remaining for the Rattlers. That's next week, next Sunday against Vegas. More on that coming up in a moment. Right now, we go down to Joe Pequeno with our player of the game today. The quarterback, Drew Powell, put a great one together, 17 of 21 for 175 yards, 4 touchdowns. He also ran for 68 yards and 2 more touchdowns, and he's with Joe Pequeno.
Yeah, Floyd, Drew Powell did just about everything in this game. 6 touchdowns on the day, Drew, and battled 1 versus 2, and now you guys are the top seed. You guys do it in every shape and form in this one.
Yeah, man, this is a big one for us. Not necessarily the opponent, but I was proud of the guys, proud of how we fought. It was a little rocky there in the second quarter, but we figured it out, man. That's what we try to do. We know what we have to offer, but we got to come out every day and display that. When we lay down or when we not all the way locked in, that's when we can get beat. But I'm proud of this team of being able to come back and stay locked in throughout the whole game and just play a 60-minute football game.
Yeah, Drew, you kind of talked about that this week in practice when you and I talked. You said, look, if we make a mistake, put it aside, focus on the next play. After the interception, you were unstoppable. The offense was on point.
Yeah, man. It seems like that interception kind of opened us up, man. The first couple times we got stopped, I told the team that was on me. I made a bad read, and then I made a bad read on the interception. Those guys, they was doing everything they were supposed to. It's just, bad quarterback play. So once I got my mind right and was able to, decipher the defense, then everything went smooth.
Let's talk about the O-line play, the big boys up front, yeah. Brandon Smith, Lamar, you name it, Kenny, Thomas, and of course the increasing play of Braxton Haley at wide receiver. Unstoppable
offensive line, man. I feel protected, man. I always want to walk around with them at all times because I know I'm always in good hands. I'm always protected, and nobody's going to do nothing to me, man. Those guys, I love those guys to death. Off the field, just the energy that Brandon has brought to the team. Lamar being an OG vet, man, and then Kenny, coming in and just being that talent, to be able to lock stuff down. So, yeah, man, offensive line can't speak enough. And then Braxton, man, he's a touchdown magnet now. Even when it's like maybe not, he find a way to get in the end zone. And we got some working in the offseason, so it's just good to see all that stuff starting to materialize and for him to be living this out.
Drew, let's talk about the defense. Some impressive performances. Chris Terrell on the big 4th down stop. Robert Landers on 4th down, the big sack. And, of course, Dylan Winfrey when Caleb Barker was trying to throw on the cut and Dylan just swiped it out of the air. Defense stepping up, making some big plays tonight.
Yeah, man, that's arena football. That's defense. Like you said, they tried to go at Dylan all night, and they went one too many times, and that's what arena football is. So, I told Dylan, hey, man, they're going to keep throwing it, and you're going to get your opportunity. And, that's what's going to happen. They're going to keep trying it. And if the ball's in the air, then we got a chance, too. And that's what I believe about our DBs, man. They always attacking the football. And then the defensive line, man, is, you saw tonight, multiple sacks, multiple tackles for loss. And it just gives us the energy we need to go out there and dominate.
One game left, Drew. That's next weekend against Vegas. You have the opportunity to lock up home field. And that means the playoffs go through the desert. And you talked about the sense of urgency, and it seems like this team, ever since the loss at Northern Arizona, has picked it up.
Finish, that's the word, finish. Finish the season, finish the game, finish the drives, finish practice, finish out through the end zone, finish through the line, everything. That's the word, finish, man. We here, and we got the opportunity, we just got to do it.
Time to give away the jersey, right?
Yes, sir, yeah, man. If somebody going to win this lucky jersey, it's all sweaty and stuff, but I think that make it a little bit better.
You put it in the wash, it's all good. Drew Powell, a phenomenal game as the Arizona Rattlers knock off Northern Arizona, NAZ, count 40-28.
Hey, well done, Joe. Thank you for that. Drew Powell there. By the way, I want that jersey. They're auctioning those jerseys, and I got to figure out how I can get my bid in. I want that Drew Powell #1 right there. I wouldn't mind that 13 either, that Braxton Haley. I'll take any of them.
Shoot a
little text down there? Well, Joe Pequeno can hear me. Joe, you need to start bidding for me, okay? If you've still got your earpiece on. I need my bids in on that Drew Powell jersey. You got me?
We can do that.
All right. Let it be known. What's that?
I know some people.
Well, you work that angle for us. Hey, listen, the young man right there, Drew Powell, he's the player of the game. What a performance tonight. It counts for 6 touchdowns as detailed by Joe there in the breakdown. 175 yards passing, almost 70 yards rushing today for Drew. Back to Drew Powell doing Drew things today in the game. But one of the other things that I think I'm sensing out there on the field as he carries himself with the offense down the field, and I hear from him on the sidelines, and the couple of times we talked to him, feels like the maturity factor is also starting to grow, and he's more of a stabilizing force like they need their quarterback to be.
100%. And there are times where you throw that interception, you make that mistake, and then things can go awry on you real quick. He was able to put it behind him and really just continue to grind out plays for the rest of the game. And while we're looking at him, how about this young man? All he did was rush for 97 yards. Played it well in the game.
The 2 quarterbacks today were spectacular.
They were.
Different guys, right? a different approach to getting the job done. And who would have thought coming into the game that Caleb Barker would actually outrush Drew Powell when it came to running the football? But a great performance by that young man. But Drew Powell is our player of the game on the other side, and he leads his team to a 40-28 victory. Well, there is that. And while we can't put a definitive stamp on who is going to win the Western Conference and what happens from this point on, I think you could levy the claim that the Rattlers should beat Vegas at home next week. That'll be next Sunday, 3:05 kickoff. And remember, it's a Sunday game, and 3:05 in the afternoon right here at the Footprint Center. Final game of the regular season for the Arizona Rattlers, then the playoffs. So do come on out and join us here next Sunday. The Rattlers would be the decided favorite in that game. Let's say that it plays to form and they win that game. The Wranglers have 2 games remaining, and one of those is Bismarck out of the Eastern Conference. It doesn't matter in the conference standings anyway. You would expect the Wranglers to be the favorite against Bismarck and the favorite as well against the Gladiators, but it is in Albuquerque. They do have to go to Albuquerque and play a Gladiators team that had, I think, a 3-touchdown lead late in the game on them before the Wranglers put together a vicious comeback last week.
Yeah, 23 points in the fourth quarter. They won the fourth 23-6, down 9 going into that quarter, and just kept coming. So you listen to Coach Guy talk about how this team is hungry, they mature, they're learning how to win. But Duke City is a prideful group as well. They still have Dello Davis, Robert Dent. They've got some players that can make plays. And how about their quarterback that's playing lights out? You lose Nate Davis, and you're able to get major production from a young QB.
Well, it is possible that these 2 teams who have split their games with each other this year could finish with identical overall records. And then you go to your tiebreakers, head-to-head being the first one. And then I believe conference record winning percentage of conference games would be the next one. And if they finish with the same record, I think that favors the Arizona Rattlers. However, it does look like the Rattlers need the Gladiators to beat the Wranglers in order for Arizona to host a second-round playoff game should they advance that far in the playoffs. And that's going to do it here tonight from the Footprint Center. I want to thank our entire team. Great job here. Our director, Bob Hammond, our assistant director, Greg Jones, our producer and technical director, Derek Simmons. Thank you as well to Caleb Bushi. He is our graphics designer. And on cameras for us tonight, guys like Chris Drake and Michael Sly, Josh Williams as well. For Joe Pequeno and my broadcast partner in the booth, the great one, Cedric Bonner, said you have a great 4th of July.
You as well, my man. Eat plenty. Enjoy time with the family.
I will do it. God bless you, everybody. For the entire group, Floyd Simmons, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Sunday afternoon, 3:05 p.m. for more Arizona Rattlers football. Rattlers beat Northern Arizona 40-28. Good night, everybody, from downtown Phoenix.